No man can wear a verse of the Quran on them. I want you to understand that. Get that through your head. Run that back one more time. No man can wear a verse of the Quran on them. Assalamu alaikum, and we are back with another reaction video. Recently, you may or may not have heard of a popular blogger named Dina Tokio, who went on record and posted photos of our new look, which involves her taking off the hijab. Oh no, Dina, why'd you do that? Some of you might be wondering, who cares about these celebrities? Why are we talking about celebrities? Talk about the main people. These celebrities don't matter. Who cares if she took off her hijab? It does matter for a few reasons. One, any Muslim brother or sister of ours who is hurting, who is in pain, we all should be feeling their pain. We are not limited to who is a celebrity and who's not, because at the end of the day, she's still our sister. If she's in pain, we should be in pain. And if she's going through something, we should be going through something. And we need to learn to empathize with people no matter what their celebrity status is. Every single person matters. Every Muslim matters. This video is brought to you by Muslim Matters. Take care of your brothers and sisters. Look after them. Empathize. The reason this matters is not just because I'm concerned about the sister herself, I'm also concerned about all the other sisters who follow her. Now, remember something, guys. Men cannot understand the struggle of a sister who wears a hijab. And you do? Well, growing around a lot of females and seeing my mother and my sister who never used to wear hijab and they started to wear hijab, I understand that the struggle is different. It is difficult as well. Because at one point you weren't wearing the hijab and people know you, they've seen you, how you look and all that sort of stuff. Then all of a sudden one day you develop the courage, you develop the strength, the iman level, just every power in your body, your energy goes into making this decision that I'm gonna wear a scarf. And you go to work, you go to school, you go to university, you go outside, and people who are used to seeing you with no scarf is not seeing you with the scarf. That's a huge shock. Wearing a hijab is not easy. Besides all the craziness happening in our society and how the Muslim woman is able to be identified quicker than a Muslim man for her religion, it's not as easy as you and I think. Whether that's day-to-day interactions with people going to university or work, there's a lot of questions and it's not that easy to wear a hijab as you might be thinking. But it's a command of Allah. They should be obeying Allah. How dare you? It definitely is a command of Allah. But you and I gotta understand that we still gotta empathize with people and their struggles. It's not easy to do something, and there's nothing wrong with identifying and calling it out that it's not easy to wear the hijab. Now, a lot of sisters are already struggling to wear the hijab. It's tough for women to keep it on. It's tough. People are struggling. This is a real struggle people are having, and I'm sure Sister Dina Tokio has had this struggle, and I know a lot of other sisters are having this struggle, but I want you to know something. What you're wearing on your head right now is a verse of the Quran on you. No man can wear a verse of the Quran on them. I want you to understand that. Get that through your head. Run that back one more time. No man can wear a verse of the Quran on them. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has chosen women to wear this task and not men to wear this task because women are a direct representation of their religion. The fact that you could be identified as a Muslim more easily than a man can, you're the direct ambassador of this deen. Now, a lot of sisters are struggling with wearing the hijab and keeping it on. The reason I'm making this video about Sister Dina Tokio is because when someone like her, with so many followers and so much influence across the globe with Muslims and non-Muslims, but specifically Muslim girls, when a sister like this takes the choice and the step to actually remove her hijab, just know that it encourages other young girls who are struggling, striving, having trouble wearing the hijab to consider taking it off. Now, that doesn't mean they are going to take it off. Let me be clear with you. Sisters, you're going to make your own decisions. And if you decide to take the hijab off, it shouldn't be because of Dina Tokio. It has to be because of your own decision and your own struggles. It can't be because of Dina Tokio. The reality is that a lot of people will take it off because of Sister Dina Tokio. Because she's such a trendsetter, people might think that, hey, I'm already struggling to wear the hijab. I'm already struggling and I don't find myself to be beautiful in the hijab. Naturally, let me take it off as well. If she's done it, why can't I? Listen, no one knows her journey with God. This is her journey with God. It is not your journey with God. And a piece of cloth is not going to define my relationship with my Creator. Sisters, let me explain something very clearly to you. This is not a piece of cloth you're wearing on your head. It's not. It's meaningful. It's something valuable. A lot of times people jump into wearing the hijab, but they're not ready yet. And I get it. All those people striving out there, struggling out there to wear the hijab and to start to wear the hijab, may Allah bless you. Seriously, may Allah bless you. It's not easy. And brothers, get off their case because it's not easy. Some of you have trouble growing and keeping a beard because you know that the struggle is real. You know people are going to look at your face. You know people are going to judge you. You don't do it and you just expect women to be wearing their hijab all the time. Empathize with women. Understand that what they're going through is not a struggle that you've went through before. But that doesn't mean you can't be supportive and understanding towards their struggle. This video is brought to you by Muslim Matters. Take care of your brothers and sisters. Look after them. Empathize. Now, there's a lot of reasons to why the hijab does come off of you. There's basically a struggle within yourself, a battle that's happening between your beliefs and your values. You see, your beliefs are telling you that you need to obey Allah. Your beliefs are telling you that this is something that you should be doing, is wajib on you, it's something that you gotta do for the sake of Allah. But then your values are also telling you, well, you know, my religion, my faith is not really defined by this cloth that I'm wearing. Why should I follow and adhere to these rules? Is this even in the Quran? Is this only for the Prophet's wives? What's happening over here? When this starts shaking, the belief is solid, but the values start shaking. You see, when the values start shaking, it creates friction between your beliefs and your values. And when your beliefs and your values are not aligned, it causes friction. There becomes a pull. And eventually with that pull, the hijab comes off. And it's not just the hijab that comes off. There's a lot of spiritual crisis that takes place as well. And I want to be clear on the record. For Sister Dina Tokio to take this off her head, just know it wasn't as easy as you think. Of course it's easy, bro. She's a blogger. She doesn't really care about Islam. She's just a wannabe Muslim just for the name. She got her fame from all these things. She realized that she's global. She don't need us no more. That is a false assumption. In Islam, we're taught to assume the best in people and understand something. To make the decision to take the hijab off is not easy. Now, Allahu Alam with what struggle was she really going through, why she really took it off, but it's not easy for the sake of spirituality and for the sake of her followers. Do you think if there wasn't something really wrong going on inside of her, if there wasn't a real battle happening, why would someone want to take millions of people's criticism? Why would someone want people to make videos about her? Why would someone want to read a bunch of hate comments against her? Do you think people do this on purpose? There's naturally something going on with her, and you and I need to be mindful of this. Once again, this video is brought to you by Muslim Cares. Care about each other, love one another, empathize. Muslim Cares. Instead of bashing her, this is what I want you guys to do. I want you guys to go on that Instagram page, Sisters Only. Go on that Instagram page and leave a positive comment to her. Not just a supportive comment showing empathy towards the situation, making a dua for her to come back to wearing it as well too. And all the sisters out there who are struggling to wear the hijab, to put it back on for the sake of Allah. When you do it for the right reasons, it stays on. That doesn't mean that you're not doing it for the right reasons. Sometimes we're taught the right reasons. Sometimes we are introduced through culture, through tradition, what the right reason is. Sometimes in our beliefs, that value is shaken up. That value might not be our value. We don't feel like our relationship with God is defined by this hijab. We don't believe what we've been taught about the hijab is correct, why we should be wearing it, the reasons to be wearing it. You see, the belief is solid, but the value, your standard to why you should be wearing the hijab is wary. And when those two things aren't aligned, there's naturally a pull and a drag in your spirituality. So if any one of you are struggling, not just with wearing the hijab, but any aspect of your spirituality, ask yourself, are my beliefs and my values rock solidly aligned? If they are, you're not having problems. But more than likely, if you're struggling spiritually, you're having a spiritual crisis, that means your beliefs and your values are not aligned. Take some time, get off social media and reflect and align your beliefs and your values together for you to have ultimate success in this dunya, in the akhirah, and may Allah protect us from the hellfire. I love you all for the sake of Allah. And just remember, this video is brought to you by Muslim Cares. Care for each other, love for each other, empathize. Muslim Cares. Jazakallah for watching, guys. I appreciate you. Make sure that you have subscribed to this channel. Hit this video with a thumbs up. If you benefited, share this with someone. Share this with Sister Dina Tokio if you would like to. No big deal if you don't. Love you all for the sake of Allah. May Allah SWT bless you all. I am out.